Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, I'm doing a bonus reading for you because you were one of my top views last week. So thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. And so today, we're going to take a look at the energies for this new moon happening today on Sunday, August 22nd. And this will carry for the next 2 weeks until the new moon in September. And this is kind of like a portal of finding that clarity, whether in a relationship, a situation, finances, career, some type of clarity that is going to perhaps open up a new path or help you to move forward with a little bit more, focus and energy. So we'll see what's in the cards for you today. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into it, Capricorn. Okay, so I had message in a bottle flash, the card there, and it's kind of interesting. Today I'm getting flashes of cards, which I don't usually get. So let's see what else we have here. So you may be getting a message from somebody about some type of situation. Happy. Capricorn, moving into what really and truly makes you happy in your heart. Not, focusing on what everybody else expects from you. Just truly trying to get into your own happiness. What makes you happy. Listening to your intuition. Going within and listening, and all that glitters. This means that you could be wearing a mask or somebody around you is wearing a mask, but I get the sense that you're willing to take off your mask and not put on the happy face that everybody around you wants you to have, and really step into your true authentic self, because by doing that, that is where you are going to find your true happiness. Really listening to your heart, going within, getting the clarity about how you want to move forward and what it is that makes you happy, and between worlds. A lot of you may feel like you're kind of in between this past life, type of scenario and moving into a new chapter in your life. And it is about trying to get that clarity about what is this new colorful world. You're moving out of the fog, the clouds, and getting this clarity about what is going to bring you happiness and joy and color into your life, right? And the things that are not for you, you're going to start eliminating these, taking a close look at where you put your time and energy. Yeah, because for some of you, you may have felt orphaned by a person or a situation, by friends, by family, whatever it is. You may feel a little bit orphaned right now, and realizing that the only person you can really depend on, getting this knowing that it's you and the universe, imagining what it is that you want for yourself, and being willing to walk away from the conflict, the inner regrets that you may have about what direction you want to take your life in. And really kind of getting a sense of, I've never really had this with the flamingo, but really taking those steps to walking into this new energy. Really nice energy, Capricorn. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot. We're going to take a look at your present energies, any resistance or blocks that you may have from preventing all of this happiness from coming in, advice from Spirit, and then the outcome if you take the advice. Now remember, Capricorn, you always have free will. You can always do what you feel is best for you. So keep that in mind, and I'll lay out these cards. We'll talk about them a little bit, and then we'll come back and clarify them and get more details. Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy, Five of Wands. This a lot of times can really reflect your sense that you are competing against other people, or there's competition, or a lot of things that are competing for your time and energy that really just are not bringing you a lot of, joy and happiness. And it's about starting to take a look at those things that are kind of draining you and choosing only those things that make you happy. Like really kind of, I get a sense of like cutting out the things, that no longer serve you. Yeah, okay, so here's your resistance, your obstacle. You're getting a second chance at something. This could be at a relationship, a situation, a career, a dream that you've had for some time. You're getting a second chance, and we're going to see what's blocking this. But it's like this second chance wants to come in, and you're kind of resisting it. You may be putting your time and energy in things that are kind of resisting or blocking you from having this second chance at something. If all your time and energy is spent on something that's really not good for you, then you can't have the good, the happy things that you really want to come into your life There's just no room for them. So it's kind of like you're getting a second chance at something, but you have to put something down. Whether that is a person, a situation, a belief system, there's something you need to let go of to allow this second chance to come in. Okay, so let's see what your advice is. Queen of Swords, getting really clear. The Queen of Swords is really good about pulling out the sword and cutting out those things that just are not for you anymore. They're bringing you down, whatever that is. Whether it's a relationship or a job, a situation, a belief system. So we'll get some clarity on that. And then the outcome is Eight of Pentacles, getting clear about what it is that you want to work on. So for a lot of you, this could be career. It could be kind of career oriented. But it's something, putting your time and effort into work that really brings you happiness and joy and the abundance that you're also perhaps looking for. On the bottom, Knight of Cups. Okay, so it could be romance, somebody coming in, but Ace of Pentacles, this is really nice. Looking within about where it is that you want to put your efforts. What your gifts are. That Ace of Pentacles is like a gift from the universe. What gift do you think you have that you can share with the world? You're kind of being called to do it. It's time for you to shine your light. Not to hide anymore behind maybe conflicts that, with other people, concerns about what other people will think, or just internal conflicts, just feeling like you can't do something that you really want to do. Like, I don't have the education to do that. I'm too old to do that. I have too many, financial responsibilities, too many people depending on me. Like the Five of Wands can sometimes be those things that you feel, they're really, and honestly and truly, the excuses that we allow to prevent us from doing the things that we really want to do. Okay, so let's take a look at this Five of Wands. Let's get some clarity around that. Yeah, Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Strength card with Ace of Wands. You're getting some new inspiration. With this full moon, you really are getting some inspiration. There's something that has really broken your heart, a big disappointment. This could have been a relationship that ended, a job, a career. It could be a choice that you made in order to make others happy, or a path you took because you felt like you had to, in order to, pay the bills, or, support your family, financial stability, something like that. Because with all that glitters, it's kind of like you picked up a role and you're following this role because you think that that's what the people around you are expecting, or society is expecting, something like that. But by taking off this mask and stepping into who you truly are, you're going to heal this disappointment. It's almost like you're disappointed in yourself. Like you had good reason to go on this path, to do what you thought you had to do. But it's kind of like, you're you're getting a second chance to do something that you really love, something that's really meant for you, like listening to your heart, trying to go for what is going to make you truly happy. Really nice energy. Yeah, because with the strength in the moon card, I mean, this is kind of like the divine is coming in. They're trying to help you to go on to either a new path or in a new direction, or just making some choice that is really best for you. And you don't see how all of this is playing out, but you have the courage to go ahead and make this decision. Really nice. You're being inspired, and that inspiration could be coming, from a soulmate. It could be coming just from the universe. You're kind of seeing, all of a sudden, you're seeing, your options. Whereas before you had confusion, you're being inspired to seeing like that confusion is actually options. You're learning something new. You're learning that if you go in this new way, you will have victory. And you're going to learn something about yourself. Your intuition is it's really about listening to your intuition. And remember with the happy card, I said, the third eye is really kind of highlighted there. You're listening to your spirit guides, your angels. Like, what direction do I need to go in? And you may not know the whole path. You're just taking that first step, but that's the step that you have to take. And then the universe will come in and help you on this path. Okay, so with the judgment card, now remember, this is your resisting. This is what you're resisting, or this is your obstacle, but it's a second chance at something, and you're kind of resisting it. It could be that, this is a relationship that you'd like to have a second chance at. It could be a career. It could be, just any type of opportunity or dream that you really wanted, but you're kind of like, you're just putting it to the side. You're resisting it. Like, I feel like you kind of know inside, I need to explore that option one more time, but you're kind of, you're just like, no, I have to stay in this path. I have to stay in this role, but it's not really exactly who you really are. You want to step into this new colorful world. Like, by wearing this mask, you're staying in the clouds, in the fog. But when you take that off, when you give yourself the opportunity to dream about this second chance, it's like you get this clarity. You get, this intuitive burst of energy of like, oh, wait a minute, I can go do that. Okay, so let's see what we have. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, Nine of Cups. This is something about what you really and truly want. And you have the Ten of Cups. You're blocking this because you are feeling like there is some toxicity. Like, you're concerned about something. Like, there's something that's coming back around. And once again, it could be a relationship, especially with the Ten of Cups. So it could be a relationship, but it's some type of situation or person that's coming back around. That's kind of like on the fringes, perhaps, trying to rekindle something with you, right? Or calling to your heart, and you're blocking it because you think it is toxic. It's not the way that you're supposed to go. But the thing is that this devil energy is really like your need to want to ride this role. Like, you're being torn. I feel like a lot of you are really being torn internally about saying, no, I can't go this way because it doesn't fit the path that I think I'm supposed to be on. It's really interesting. It's like you're blocking it because it's kind of like when you really step into what you really, really and truly want, you realize that this is really what you want. You're kind of like, you're addicted, you're almost addicted, because I'm saying that because the devil card is kind of like this attachment, this addiction. You're actually attached to blocking this happiness because you feel like you need to be on this certain path or do this certain, play this certain role. And I'm saying that because it's like a costume that you're wearing, right? Really interesting. Okay, so your advice from Spirit is about stepping into the clarity of what you really want, being clearer to yourself. Yeah, you have a lot of anxiety. You want love. You may even want this person, but you're really and look at this. It is a true soulmate because you have King of Swords and Queen of Swords. It is a true soulmate. You're blocking it, but you're going to get the clarity. You're allowing your anxiety. There's a lot of swords energy here. You're kind of up in your head. You're almost overthinking it. And yet there's a lot of love here. There is a lot of love in whatever this is. I think for a lot of you, it is a relationship. But even if it's a dream you've had for a very long time, something that you've really wanted to do, or, a situation that you'd like to bring back into your life, there's a lot of love there. You're just kind of like blocking it. You're very anxious about it. It's about kind of like letting down your boundaries and kind of taking this risk for you. Queen of Swords again, the Star. Yeah, it's something, you're going to be victorious in it. So Capricorn, keeping that in mind, it's about getting clarity about how to heal and work, how to heal and work on something that brings you even deeper understanding of yourself, a deeper healing of yourself. It could be through your work, but it could be also about working on this relationship. It kind of brings in a deeper healing for you. For some of you, I'm getting a message that some of you may just say, this isn't for me. But by saying this isn't for me, you're actually putting yourself in this orphaned energy, almost kind of like being attached to that orphaned energy. And it's about finding the strength and the courage to go ahead and try to heal whatever relationship or situation this is. It's almost like you're just saying, no, that's not for me, and you're pushing it to the side. You're almost resisting it, but it needs a second chance. You need to take another look at this, because this situation or person, relationship, really is something that you is on your soul path to help you find your happy. You may still in the end leave this situation or something, but there's something here that you need to work on. You need to like clean it up in a way, because without cleaning up or closing out this energy, what happens is that it's just becoming something that's attached to you and is preventing you from moving into a really beautiful world. Really interesting energy, Capricorn, because I'm not saying that you're necessarily going to reconcile with this person, but you need to take a second look at it because there's something there that you need to learn about yourself. And it is going to, like, this person is on your path to help you bring the clarity about something that you need to learn about yourself, or learn about love or work or money, some belief system. So when this person comes back around, you may be like, no, I have to say no to you. I have to block you, okay? I had to put up all my boundaries and protect myself from you. And I'm not saying that you don't need to kind of be on guard, maybe, but at the same time, you do need to take a second look at this. There's something that's going to, by dealing with this situation, it's going to help you to step out of some role that you think you play in this world and into who you truly truly are and who you're truly meant to be. It's like a deep soul healing. It's really a beautiful energy. So let's see what this Eight of Pentacles is. Yeah, the World. Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Lovers. Capricorn, I think a lot of you may reconcile with this person, but let's see what's under here. The Fool, the Empress, the Hanging Man. I mean, this is major, major arcana cards. This is a huge step for you. You're stepping by dealing with this situation. Okay, let's take a look at this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, this person's going to come back around. There's something you need to work out with this person or this situation. I'm not saying you have to reconcile with this person, but there's something that you have to work, like you have to close it out. You have to have it, like you have to leave this situation. If you decide to leave this situation, you need to leave it in a win-win situation. You may feel like you're not the winner in this situation, so you're kind of like, yeah, staying away from you. And I don't blame you, right? But it's kind of like you have to go back and take a look at it. So when you leave the situation, if you choose to, the second time around, you leave it not feeling like abandoned or taken advantage of. Like you leave it, like you see how you leave it the second time, you're going, like the first time you left it and you didn't step into the colorful world. This situation, this relationship is coming back around because this time you're going to step out of it in a much better fashion, whatever that may mean to you. You may come out of the situation more financially stable. You may come out of the situation with more confidence. You may come out of the situation having more wisdom about yourself or about the world, or a change of perception about love or relationships or your work or your career. There's some reason why you need to revisit this situation or person, because there's something that you are going to work on and a realization that you're going to come into. It is somebody from the past or a situation from the past. There's somebody that's coming back and they want to step into, they want a second chance with you. You get to choose. But this time, if you walk away from it, you walk away from it getting your win-win situation. Like I think the last time you may have walked away from it and felt a little bit like you didn't really win, you know? And this time, if you do walk away from it, you are going to walk away from it feeling like you won, and not that the other person lost. It's like a win-win. Like you're going to close out the energy with everybody feeling good, or you're going to step into this energy of, you know, going onto a path with them. That's where the free will really comes in. But look at this. It brings you a lot of wealth. It brings you a lot of financial stability. Either going back on the path with this person, but in a new version of the roles that you play in that relationship, or you close out this situation and then your own wealth comes in. And that could be wealth as far as like money, financial stability, or just a wealth of confidence, you know, abundance of joy and happiness. Because remember, you have the happy here. It's a really nice energy. And then on the bottom, you know, you have the Lovers. Once again, I think that this is a true soulmate coming back around and revisiting, and you perhaps choosing to reunite with them, but it's in a totally different way. It's on a new path. Like if you reconnect with this person, it's not the same way as it was before. You're taking off the role that you played in this relationship before, and you're stepping more into your power, and you're saying, I'm willing to do my life my way, but if we go together, I still, you know, you have a different outlook this time if you do go back into this relationship. You're you're really wanting to step into this new life, birthing a new you, birthing a new perception of yourself in this world. Like not playing the role that you kind of feel like maybe you were assigned, even as a child. There's lots of wisdom here. You're surrendering some old belief system about yourself and stepping into, this new, I can create the world that I want to create. For a lot of you, you're surrendering the belief system that things just happen to you, like the universe doesn't have your back, you never get a break in the world, something like that. You just have to work super, Capricorn, you're hard workers, right? I just have to work, and if I work, then, then I'll make some money, but I have to, like no joy, have to work, good things only come to people that work, 10 hours a day, that type of thing. And you step into this new energy of realizing, oh, wait a minute, I can create any world that I want for myself. I don't have to continually believe these belief systems or follow this role that I thought I had to follow since, literally, I think since you were a child. It's a really nice energy. Okay, so let's go to your cosmic journey. I want to see what comes up here. Really interesting. So Capricorn, I think you're, with this full moon, in the next 2 weeks, you're kind of getting a little bit of a clarity about, like, a change of perception about something in your life. And just taking a new look at it and just realizing, wait a minute, I don't have to continue the same way. I want to follow my heart. I want to do things that are really good for me. Okay, here it is, your cosmic journey. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. Yeah, it's kind of like you feel like some role has been assigned to you. Like it's almost as if you feel like you have no choice in your life. I get the sense you feel like right now, I have no choice. This is what I've been given, and this is what I have to do, whatever that means. The job you have, the relationship you're in, whatever that is. And it's like all of a sudden the clouds lift and you realize, wait a minute, I can create my own legacy. I can create the world that I want to live in. That it's not just assigned to me. It's so much more than that. I can manifest what it is that I want. I've manifested, realizing you've manifested whatever role that you think you're playing right now. You've actually kind of manifested it, and if you want to, you can manifest yourself right back out of it. Okay, so here is your creativity oracle card. Communication. The clarity, interactivity, and timing of communications is critical. I do think that you have a conversation that's coming up, a second chance. Somebody calls you and says, hey, want to get together for lunch? Or, it's somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. Or, a previous boss calls you up and says, hey, what are you doing these days? It's like something occurs, some little communication comes in, and it's the way you react to it. It's really about stepping into your happy and not just saying, no, that's not for me, right? I got to block that. That's toxic. Not doing that again, okay? But really taking a second look at it and trying to, I'm not saying that you jump right back into it, because obviously there's something that you need to work on in this situation. You need to approach it in a new perception. You can't go back into it the same way. You have to change something. And realizing that, I'm just getting a message, realizing that it's not the other person that has to do all the changing, Capricorn, you also have to change your perception. Like you have to go back into the situation, realizing that people can change and giving other people the benefit of the doubt, because you also want them to give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't want to go back into this situation in the same kind of role capacity that you had before. You want a new approach to it. You want them to approach you in a different way. And to do that, you also have to give them leeway to come in and approach it in a different way too. Okay, and that's why the communication is so vital in this situation, and just being open-minded about it all. Really nice. Okay, so here is your Lover's Oracle card. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I love that card. Yeah, because it really is about listening to your heart and not listening to your ego, your mind, your perception of what role you're supposed to be doing. Taking off that mask and saying to yourself, okay, what is it my heart really wants to do? How does my heart really feel? If I take down all these boundaries and I don't assume that this situation is toxic, right? If I don't go into every situation looking for the bad in it, but instead look for the good in it, guess what? I find my 10 of cups. I find my happy. I find this colorful world. Instead of saying no to everything, right? And then feeling orphaned, you get this deep knowing of, hey, I can imagine this beautiful world and it can come to me. I can manifest exactly what it is that I want, instead of accepting what I think I have to accept. Oh, Capricorn, what a lovely reading. I really did enjoy doing it for you, and hope you did enjoy the message. And if you did, I really would appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. And I do. I wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And thank you again for all the support of my channel. Much blessings to you. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.